What about the slope of a horizontal line? Well, let's compute it. Here we have the horizontal line y equals 2, and we're going to calculate the slope. And here's our formula for slope. M standing for slope. It's the change in the y coordinates of 2 points on the line divided by the change in the x coordinates of 2 points from the line. So here we have 2 points, and we'll see that order of the points makes no difference. What matters is that we subtract the y coordinates in the same order that we subtract the x coordinates. So for our calculation, we want to find the difference in our y values. And here, whether we start with 2 minus 2 or 2 minus 2, for this particular example, we can't go wrong, over the change in the x values, in other words, the description of the run. So we're going to take this x value minus this x value, 5 minus a negative 3. Simplifying, we get a 0 in the numerator, 8 in the denominator, and if we do the division to simplify further, we end up with 0. If we have a linear equation that graphs into a horizontal line, and here we saw an example of that, or if the line is in the form of y equals b, the slope will always be 0. What happens if we have a vertical line? Well, let's go through the same calculations to determine the slope. We'll find 2 points, finding the change in the rise here, which is found by subtracting the y coordinates from the 2 given points, 5 minus a negative 3, over the change in the x values. Because we started here with this point, we'll start with the x, 4 minus 4 in the denominator. Simplifying, in the numerator, minus a negative is a positive, resulting in 8 when we simplify. 4 minus 4 is 0. And here's where we have an impossible situation. 8 divided by 0 is not possible, and in the math world, we call this undefined. If we have a linear equation that graphs into a vertical line, and this equation was x equals 4 was the example that we had, which is in the form of x equal to a constant. This was one example, but the slope of all vertical lines will always be undefined. In summary, if we're given a horizontal line, the slope is equal to 0. 0 being a number. Our description of rise over run means we have all kinds of run, but we have no rise, which results in a value of 0 for the slope. And again, 0 being a number. Vertical lines, on the other hand, we found slope is undefined. When we look at the ratio for slope, rise over run, and look at the points on the graph of a vertical line, we have rise between the points. What we don't have is any horizontal displacement. In other words, our run is 0. This is, in the math world, not possible with the division of 0, and we call it undefined.